Hi guys, I'm back. This is Checker Understanding number 3. All right, this is page 53. Evaluate the power after writing it in this form. So as you can see, we have a fraction now compared to the previous ones wherein there's no fraction, but I showed you how to deal with a fraction if it has a negative exponent. All you have to do is you're going to get the reciprocal, right? So what this is saying is they want you to give it an exponent first before getting the root. All right, so let's get rid of the negative exponent by flipping this over. The 1 over 8 becomes 8 over 1. Yeah. And of course, you're probably going to say, Mr. Habern, I don't need the over 1. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of that now. I just wanted to show it to you. All right. And then it says give it an exponent first. All right. It's now going to be squared. It's now a positive 2. Okay. And then you're going to get the cube root. And this will be the cube root of 64. This is a 4. All right. We're good so far? Okay. Now, for this one. So, maybe I would show an additional step right at the beginning, which I skipped over here. I just realized that maybe I would want to do that. Okay. If you have a negative exponent, all right, you will flip the fraction. Okay. So before I evaluate or put it in a radical, I'll do this first. You don't have to. I just want to make sure that some of you who may have gotten confused at some point would see it. Now, we can now give it an exponent and then get the square root. Now I'm going to be putting it in as a radical, 9 over 100. We're going to cube it and then getting the square root. All right, the square root is here. You don't really need that index. What is the cube of 9? That's 729. What is the cube of 100? Well, you put 6 zeros. That would be 1,000,000. Oops, shoot. All right. Now, what would be the square root of 729? That's 27. What's the square root of 1,000,000? 1,000. 1, 2, 3. All right. Is there any other question? Yep. This one here. This time we're going to get the root first before we give the exponent. So let's flip this over first. 64 over 324 to the power of 3/4. All right. So now that the exponent is positive, then it's still, well, all I did was I flipped it over and then made the exponent positive. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, wait a minute. 64 and 324 appear to be divisible by a certain number, right? 324 would be divisible by what? If you try a 4, all right. So what I'm trying to do now is maybe simplifying it first, all right? Because sometimes it is easier that way. You don't have to if you don't want to, all right? Divide the top and the bottom by 4. So the top divided by 4, 64 divided by 4 is 16, right? Excuse me, 324 divided by 4 is 81 to the power of 3/4. Okay. And then we are supposed to get the root first before cubing it. What is the fourth root of 16? 2. What is the fourth root of 81? 3. Cube it. Final answer, 8 over 27. All right. Is there another question? I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh, there's one more. All right. So let's just do that now. So I will flip this over, okay, because of this negative exponent. It still remains negative here because when you flip it, it doesn't affect the negative sign. All right, so it's now going to be negative 64 over 125, all right, to the power of 2/3. Yeah. So what it's saying is get the root first. Okay. Get the cube root of negative 64 over 125. Whatever that is. Going to square it. All right. So let's see. What is the cube root of negative 64 over 125? The cube root of negative 64 is negative 4. 125 is 5. And you're going to square this. And your final answer is 16 over 25. And that's it for me for this checker understanding. Thanks. Bye for now.